Oi, Derek! Patience! Oh, engage. It didn't go whoosh. Stupid thing. Hello. Spurs fans. Paul Hotspur Hippie here. The only psychedelic soccer show on the internet. I hope you're all well. It is a cool 6:39 p.m. on Sunday the 16th of June. I hope you're all well. I hope you're doing all right. I'll begin the stream as usual by acknowledging the traditional owners and land from where I'm streaming. I'll never get sick of this because it's true. They are the Wallamadigal people of the Eora Nation. I'd like to pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging and state once again that sovereignty was never ceded, always was and always will be Aboriginal land. Simple as that. Well, it was kind of a clickbaity title to this because it had the words in it, but I did say there is no news, you know, there's no news because I ain't got anything for you. I could hit the Football Daily button, but I just say there's no news. I haven't seen anything, nothing, nada, zilch. So it might be a quick stream tonight. It's up to us to see what we can create and see if we can have a bit of a giggle about shit, you know? Now, as usual, Spursicus was too fast.
I am Spursicus.
Got in there too quick for me to get my chat thing ready. And he says, hello, hippies. Let's get my mic up here so I can sit up straight. Posture. Hello, hippies. I spoke to the wise woman and she told me there'd be transfer news tomorrow. What? Don't leave us hanging with this. You can't. I mean, you haven't named her. Spill the beans. Don't just... bloody internet. Leave us all dangling, Spursicus. Come on, man. What's going on? Or is that just what she said? Oh, it's going to be something tomorrow. She left you dangling, in which case I sympathise with you, man. I sympathise with you. Here's Derek Smith. Bloody impatient bugger. I know I was a few minutes late. I got distracted. I get distracted. Hang on. Get me in the middle. There we go. But hello. It's nice to see you, Derek, anyway. Audio Artisan, g'day, Paul, and chat. Come on, you Spurs. Look, you know what? Seeing as bugger all's happening, get some of that Tottenham spirit going, eh? Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. And the Spurs go marching on. Tottenham are the greatest team the world has ever seen. Tottenham are the greatest team the world has ever seen. Tottenham are the greatest team the world has ever seen. And the Spurs go marching on. There's still no fucking news, but... don't know why I pressed that button. It's a reflex, that was. Anyway... Derek Smith, as we can expect. Paul, telling the truth. There's nothing, is there, man? There's nothing. It's bugger all. And I'm cool with that because I'm not expecting much to happen until after the Euros, maybe even Copa America. There might be something for players that are not involved in those tournaments, but yeah, I'm pretty chill, man. Pretty chill. I'm sure there's other clubs out there doing YouTube things, but we ain't bought anyone yet. So, you know, just chill, man, chill. Hey, it's Martin, an ever-present member of the Hotspur Hippie commune. Thank you for your support, Martin. And thank you for anyone who gives me support by Super Chats or being a member. It's pretty cool of you. I'm really thankful that you're doing that sort of thing for me. Hopefully, I'm giving you a bit of money's worth in entertainment, you know? Fuck. Paul Tutnott. Morning from Blighty Paul. Hello, man. Transfers will happen all in good... this is what I like to hear. See? Just, you know, we want it now. I mean, we're so far away from pre-season at the moment with all the, you know, Euros and stuff going. I don't know how much Euros I'll be able to watch, man. I did about 9 hours in the car today and I did all right today. So that was good. But it's probably going to be bloody Friday until I can take my foot off the gas a bit and enjoy some football. But yeah, transfers are happening in good time. Good time. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. I'm guessing you were born in the early 70s. Every bloody Paul was like me. Combination of Paul McCartney and the Pope. Bugger all Pauls these days, though, man. Oh, here's Books 31. Hello, Paul. Hope you're enjoying the Euros. But I haven't really watched much of it. So, I suppose. I'm not doing very well in the tipping competition, I'm afraid. I might try, actually, you know what? I might try and get up and do the England game tomorrow, do a watch along. I'll see how I go. I'll see how I go in the morning. See how I go. I've got to feel ready because I've got to think, okay, I can do this and then go to work. Because often I do a watch along and I'm pretty buggered afterwards, and then I, lose the motivation to work, and that gets me into trouble sometimes. So I've got to keep going. Got to keep going. Audio art zone. Hey! Oh, here we go. Derek Smith. We get headlines like this. Tottenham told... Fucking hell. I know, man. Oh, dude. I don't even... I'm going to get... Look, I'm not going to read the rest of your comment yet, man. But I've seen things like this. Tottenham told, or such and such told to do this or do that. And you think, oh, what's this? Is it Scott Munn saying this? Is it Johan Langer saying it? Is it Daniel Levy? Is it Ange Postecoglou? No, it's fucking Paul Merson telling it. So what we got here? We get headlines like Tottenham told to sign Tic Tac Tony to reach the next level. And who says this? Alan, here we go. Yes! Back of the net. Hey! Oh, it's bullshit, man, isn't it? It really is bullshit. Alan Hutton. Who the hell says? Well, Alan Hutton. Yeah, I know. Alan Hutton says so. We better do it. I know, it's crazy, man, isn't it? Crazy. And the thing is, though, with these bloody things as well, so you see the headline and you got to scroll through, it's the same old AI. Sorry, I hate the word AI because it doesn't exist. Neural network, large language model, computing, article full of shit. And then you get to the end and then you see I always just scan for the quotes in those things. I just go, quotes. And this is Alan Hutton. Huh? Because the first 4 paragraphs are the same every bloody time. Ange told to do this. And then it'll say, Ange Postecoglou, a successful career. And it just gives you the same shit every time, man. Yeah, no. No news. There's no news, Derek. No news. Nothing's happened, man. Nothing. And I'm all right with that. I'm not moaning about it. Well, then you're exonerated, Spursicus. That's all she told me, Paul. Seemed adamant, though. Her name... No! We're not going to reveal our sources, man. What kind of journalist are you? Even though she said nothing and left you hanging. Hey, here we go. It's Johnny Bethnal Green. Hello, man. Morning, clever people. I think intelligence is overrated. Really is. I mean, things like IQ tests, which I'm not... people smarter than me have got lower IQs than me. An IQ test is just fancy Sudoku. It's a very specific type of intelligence. I think intelligence is overrated anyway. Who gives a shit how smart people are? James Paul Cohen. G'day, man. Paul, hope all is well. Geezer. Wait, that's a badge of honour. Thank you very much, man. Come on, you Spurs. I see it. It's not hard, is it? Come on, you Spurs. Paul Tatnop. 1965. Oh, okay. Well, that was they had about 10 number ones or something in 1965, so it might have been Beatles for you, man. I think mine was a combination of the Beatles and the Pope, or Paul McCartney and the Pope. But whoever it is, maybe there was another famous Paul at the time. Bugger all Pauls now. Bugger all. Hey, you lot are keeping the chat going here. I think we might have a fun stream here. I was a bit worried here because I've got nothing. I mean, everyone's got nothing, but they flower it up with shit. Martin, oh, fuck. Actually, you know, this is all right. All right, you're spacing it out, Martin. You're spacing it out. Martin's saying there's only 62 days because the last time was 70-something. So has it really been 10 days since you've given us a calendar update? That's all right. That's all right. Makes it feel like time is advancing. That's all right. Thank you. Until quadruple domination starts. That's it. Oh, we got 2 Derricks. 2 Derricks. You know what that means? You know I do the 2 Ronnies thing. Well, there was also a little-known pilot somewhere in the early 80s. And the premise was you've got a salty old sea dog that lives in Plymouth and a UFO nutcase that lives in Florida. When they meet, the consequences are hilarious. It only went for a pilot, but I managed to get the intro off a secret source so we can do the 2 Derricks. Classic. Did I say Portsmouth? I meant Plymouth. I always get Portsmouth and Plymouth mixed up for some reason. Maybe I said that, maybe I didn't. I don't know. It's been a long bloody day. Derek Paul Smith. There you go. Gon's football and things. The England game is today, mate. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah, it's tomorrow morning for me. Tomorrow morning. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. It's easy. Come on, you Spurs. You don't have to do much, do you? That's all that's required. It's not easy. It's not hard being a Spurs fan. I mean, you say, come on, you Spurs. You want us to win every game? Yeah, okay. Maybe it is harder than I thought. It's not July yet, by the way. Not July. Still 2 weeks before we get the Spurs fans back. Daniela Stewart, hello, man. Or, yeah, I call everyone man. I don't mean that in a gender sort of way. I call everyone man, you know, because we're all men, you know. Paul Merson, Gabby Bogmahor, Danny Murphy and others are all part of the clueless brigade of football pundits. I do. It's crazy, eh? It's crazy. I mean, I don't mind some of what they say, but at the end of the day, they're footballers. So when they're talking about, you know, playing the game of football, or maybe even doing the colour commentary or something like that, or talking about a game afterwards, yeah, okay, they've got a bit of insight. But when they're talking about, you know, strategy and shit like that, you know, Gabby was a centre forward. He didn't know fuck all about strategy. Danny Murphy was... Paul Merson, hey, look, he's a good player, but yeah, he's Arsenal, so fuck him. Gon's football and things. Shit, sorry, come on, you... What? Did you miss it? What? Oh, you're saying that because of the... Yeah, no, it's all right. I didn't for second think you were a flat earther conspiracy. I think not. But yeah, I'm in Sydney, Australia. All right, chat slowed down here now. Hang on. It's all gone quiet, isn't it? There's a few people in, though. I'll just hang around. I mean, it's fair. Look, it's a fair exchange. If I've got nothing for you, why should I expect anything from you in return? You know, I just sit here. Fuck it. Sunday night here. Sunday night. 6:54. So if I was back in England at this time, it'd be like 15 minutes into the God slot. Highway, songs of praise. God. That was the most boring 40 minutes on TV. Waiting for all that. Was it 40? 35 minutes. There's always 6:40 to 7:15. Yeah, it's just, I want to be entertained I want to be entertained, not enlightened spiritually via my TV. Just give me some stuff that distracts me away from bloody existence. Not a film, songs, but a church full of people that usually on a normal Sunday would have like half the crowd and they're all waggling it. So who can waggle their heads most while singing for the camera? I was raised Catholic in England. And you go to church, no fucker sung. Spursicus, the wise woman whose name will be eradicated. In fact, you know what? No, eradicate from the record. It's all right. I don't have a live chat replay, I don't think. The wise woman knew the gender of my unborn child. And she works for Spurs or, hang on, what? When the doctors, sorry. Doctors, DRS. I thought decision review system, I thought you were talking about there. Midwife and scan got it wrong. Oh, she knows stuff. But, okay, well, there you go. I mean, that's two human experts and a piece of equipment that she's outwitted. So, hey, tomorrow. What happens if it doesn't happen tomorrow, though? It's going to, though, isn't it? No. It's going to. Hey, it's Mark in, another member of the Hotspur Hippie Commune. Thanks for your support, man. Good morning, my friend. How are we? Yeah, I'm all right. Only did about 9 hours in the car today, but it was enough. It was enough. I hit my targets. So I'm cool. Paul Tuckner. If all these pundits did have artificial intelligence, they would be managers. Dear, oh dear, artificial intelligence. Don't get me started on that. Let's go. Let's see if there's any football in the comments before I start going off on bloody planet hippie stuff. I mean, I know it's like that. I know. Gons, football and things. What striker do you think we will sign at Spurs? Sign coming new Spurs. Oh, I don't know, man. There's so much. I mean, I've seen Tic Tac Tony mention and Isaac. That's about it, really. I don't pay too much attention to speculation. And from what my limited vibe knowledge is, that people would be quite happy with those sort of things. Maybe Tony's a bit overpriced for what he is because he's like at that age. Maybe is he coming off his peak or is he still approaching his peak? I don't know. I mean, in fairness to him, he seems to have understood that having a flutter is not what you do when you're a footballer. There hasn't sort of been another incident, and it's been a while now, so, maybe he sorted all that out, which would be cool. I mean, whether he comes to Spurs or not, that'd be cool for him in general, Good luck to him. Richie B, because, you might not notice. But on this channel and on my podcast, I've got to mention the podcast, I keep forgetting. So everything I do now, I'm uploading it as a podcast as well. It's available on iTunes and Spotify, everywhere. Spotify and everywhere. Google Podcast for the next 8 days before Google Podcast discontinues. So you can catch me there as well. But when I eventually get that monetized as well, just like with this channel, no gambling adverts, nothing like that here. Anyway, Richie B was about to say, before I rudely interrupted him, "G'day, Paul, good to see you. Well, I mean, I can't see you, but thanks for typing some words in, man. Thank you." Shit. Nearly spilt my drink. Daniela Stewart. The most ridiculous pundit I heard later was his describing a striker as a goal scorer. Okay. Might have to fill me in with some clues there. Maybe it's because I'm a You know, I'm a preacher. I'm probably at that age when my brain doesn't make new cells. It's probably me, not you, but because to me, a striker is a goal scorer. Maybe the game's changed. Unless that pundit was some Arsenal player like Martin Keown, then fuck him. Yeah, you're right, Daniela. Striker isn't a goal scorer, or it's more than that. Oh, Martin, here we go. Martin, renewed my season ticket yesterday, so hey, that's it. It's locked in. Because me and Martin have been in negotiations for, it's been tough negotiations. It's like two levies, sword fighting. How much am I going to, contribute to Martin's season ticket so he could be our resident correspondence live at games? Because that's what Martin does whenever I'm doing watch-alongs. He's very kind and gives us a bit of an update before the game and at half-time. And we came to the mutual agreement that I'm not paying him anything. In fact, he's paying me because he's a member. So he's paying me for the privilege to be the... God, what a stupid world we live in, eh? Nice. Okay. Live from the lane again next season, Paul. I'm in the same spot with a good view. Excellent, man. Excellent. Oh, enjoy it. If I become a YouTube millionaire, actually not a YouTube millionaire, YouTube, like, I can do this and earn some money. I'm hoping to get over there. I'll do my usual trick when I get to Heathrow Airport, which I did last time, which was 2012. Got to the airport, landed at Heathrow Airport, chucked them my expired passport and said, look, I'm a bloody citizen, let me in. And they did. So, because my British passport was expired and it takes bloody ages to get another one. But once I'm in there, I can fill out the form and get another one in 3 days. Easy. Johnny Bethel, greatest songs of praise. As a kid, Hey, look, I'm not bagging religion here, I really am not. Because, each to their own. But, mind-numbing, eh? Mind-numbing. Oh, the old, it's Thora Hurd. Thora Hurd presented it for a bit, wasn't it? But it was just... It just looked like the church had a fair few people in there that have never been before and just wanted to get on TV. It was like early TikTok or something. They'd be all like that. Maybe that's where influencers, that's the spawn of it. Oh, here we go. Concrete news. I don't need much of an excuse to press some buttons. Derek Smith. Concrete news. Bergvall arrives on 1st July. No, he's going on loan. And he's going on loan. Oh, no, Bergvall. I was thinking of Vuskovic. Yeah, there we go. It's one in. Brilliant. All right, that's cool. Richie B turns out aliens are real. Have we got some... Is there some hot alien news that I'm unaware of because I don't watch the news? Like, if I turn it on now, am I going to see like a big UFO flying over Big Ben or something like that? Is this what we're talking about? I mean, you've got to convince me, man. Convince me. Dan Gaze. Hello, Dan Gaze. Hi, Paul. Good to see you. It's Father's Day. Oh, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there in UK. We have it on a different day. Like the whole world has it. I think it's like if you have Father's Day, it's now. But Australia. Let's talk about Spurs moving forward and what is needed. Okay. All right. Yeah, no, this is cool. We know we need a centre forward. I agree. But you think CDM, au contraire, I think M. I think just M. That can break up play and be a leader. Your thoughts? Yeah, an M. Need a midfielder, but I don't want to box him in. Don't want to box him in to, a specific role. I want it to be a bit more fluid than that. Bit more fluid. But if I'm talking bollocks, then yeah, CDM. And like, you know, when I think of CDM, I think, not that I'm saying that this is the guy, but when I was watching Celtic for the 2 years that Ange was there, Callum McGregor kind of did that role, and he did it very well. So I get what you're saying. Like, everything kind of went through him. Everything went through him. So, but I think that was, he was kind of a boss, you know? And I think a boss in midfield doesn't necessarily have to be a CDM. You know, I think like a Roy Keane. Who am I thinking of? I don't know. But you know, it could be further up. Break up the play further up the field, because that's what we're trying to do. You know, we're trying to play further up, squash them in, get the ball up there. But yeah, I mean, maybe a CDM mentality type person, but they play a bit further up. Mark in, hello. I just thought Sundays was all boring here. Oh, the Waltons. Oh. You're going to send me to sleep with this list of, or give me boredom flashbacks, which aren't that exciting. You know, if you want to have a flashback. You remember I was at school? They used to say, don't take certain things, because, you know, it could be 50 years in the future. You could be 50 and you'll suddenly have a, you know, it's bollocks. Bollocks. I'm still waiting for my free. It's not happened yet. But here we go. This is like the opposite. This is, Little House on the Prairie. Oh, far out, dude. Well, hey, no, Lost in Space. I didn't mind Lost in Space and Land of the Giants. No, that was all right. That was all right. And you had a bit of Pob's program as well. And if you got up really early, you could catch a bit of like Alan Solomon in beige and grey and brown doing like maths that no one understood on Open University. Johnny Bethnal, great. Skeptic. It's true though, isn't it? To be fair, the wise woman only had a 50-50 chance, but she got it on the money. And maybe if there's a few other Spursicus people out there that had the same experience, then we can start to draw more conclusions. Like if you know, if she got 2 out of 2, that's down at 25%, isn't it? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Superhuman Mark N says Spurs have 4 players at the Euros and 3 or 4. It's not a stat, is it? 3 or 4. Stat's a whole. Anyway, it's good enough. Oh, let's do that again. At the Copa America. Oh well, that's all right, isn't it? That's pretty good. Oh, here we go. Oh, I'm going to press this button, Derek. Don't let me down. I saw concrete news. All right. One of the latest innovations in concrete for 2024 is self-healing concrete. This technology aims to prolong the lifespan of concrete structures. Well, it's not Spurs news. It's news. I mean, that's news, though, isn't it? I mean, that's kind of sounds unlikely. I mean, I'm no chemist, but I mean, if that's true, it'd be all right, wouldn't it? Forward humanity. Let's build more dumb shit. Dang, see, crazy for Brentford, want for Tony. We could buy back Kane. What are they asking? What are they asking? Let me have a Ivan Tony asking price. It's got to be like 40, isn't it? 60? What? 60 million pound for him? Well, I in fact, I don't know how to judge these things, man, because it's all gone bonkers anyway. So, yeah, you could buy back. Well, you probably could buy back Kane with 1 year, 2 years on his contract. Maybe he starts getting the shits at Bayern and Downs Tools like he did for us. 60 mil. Oh, I'll go and do the. I should just rely on you lot, man, shouldn't I? Mark N has the answer. I think Brentford wants 60 million for Tic Tac Tony. Martin, I followed you on Amazon Music Podcast. Hurrah! Yeah, look. So the deal with the podcasts is that to get monetized, I have to have 4,000 downloads per month, which might sound a lot, but on YouTube I get anywhere between 30 and 50, so 1,000. So I mean, it's doable. And the adverts on the podcast, the one I'm using, again, I'll limit what sort of adverts are on it, and you usually get like if I'm doing an hour, there'll be one in the middle, one at the beginning, one in the middle. That's it. And if you're listening to it on a podcast player, it's a piece of piss to skip anyway. So sometimes YouTube has those unskippable ads. You can't do that on a podcast. So, and also, it does pay like a higher rate than YouTube as well. And I think, I know I listen to podcasts of some people who do Spurs stuff like Chris Cowlin. And it's another option, another option. Oh, okay, here we go. Dude. It's every time, man. Every time. You do make me laugh. See, Martin's an example. You don't like people who you disagree with. I disagree with this guy all the time, man. But he's not a dick. Seems like a cool guy. We can disagree about football. That's all right. But anyway, Martin is saying, where is it? Where's Mark? I need a bit of a... Oh, hang on. No, I can do this one. Here we go. Hang on. I'm sorry to say that Martin has said only 4. Amongst 4, only 2 of them might start. Marvin's a good sport because I do take the piss out of him when he hangs around. So, Darshan, Marvin, Daniela Stewart. Don't get excited about a transfer till the video of the player walking around the training club ground in the club colours. Yeah, you want to see the shirt walking around. Welcome to Spurs. I've always loved Tottenham since I was very, or whatever bland stuff they say that they've been told to say by some press twat that they're paying $100,000 a year, or probably more than that. But you're right, yeah. I want to see signatures. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the chat a little bit. Just keeping an eye on the chat. Now, the reason being, this morning when I did a stream, there was a couple of bots in. And I get it. The UK's got an election coming up. I get it. But me and the rest of the world doesn't give a fuck. And, I don't want any political stuff. But the bots were from Nigel Farage's party. And I'm not interested in any of that, man. Not interested in any of that. So I'm just keeping an eye on it because, there were 2 bots in this morning and just getting ready with the ban hammer for that sort of thing. Legacy 11. Hey, Paul. Hello, man. I think our midfield is very good. Yeah, I think it's when it is good, it is very good. Like early on in the season, it was amazing. But anyway, let's see what you have to say. Bentancur, Basuma, Sarah Madison. There's no Pierre-Emile Højbjerg there. With Bergvall coming in, it's our attack that has let us down. Oh, our attack that has let us down big time. We need 2 really class forwards. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I'd like another midfielder in there, unless Bergvall is ready to go. If Bergvall's ready to go, then I think then that's okay. As far as our forwards letting us down, yeah, I get it, and I agree The only thing I'd say is that we still did score a lot of goals. I think what was frustrating was that they had so many chances that they didn't put over the line. But the fact that we had so many chances still got us a lot of goals. So yeah, I do want to see improvement, and I want to see a forward. I want to see a forward coming in for sure. A striker, which is a goal scorer, but hang on, Danielle Stewart's going to explain this. Paul, my point was, pundit says most offers things like a striker, a goal scorer, or he knows where the goal is. My brain's still not working. Goal scorer, he knows where the goal is. Yeah, okay. So I'd like the man that scores goals. Harry Kane, Teddy Sheringham, Robbie Keane, Clive Allen, Steve Archibald, Gareth Crooks, Jimmy Greaves, any of these, that sort of thing. I mean, they're all, you're not going to get one as good as any of those, but that's the sort of thing we're after. Anyway. Oh no, we've done that one. We do need something up front, but I guess what I'm saying is that I'm hesitant to go in too hard, because the way we're playing was we still did score a hell of a lot of goals. Now, if we did have something more effective up front, I mean, you're talking about maybe another 20 to 30 goals. I mean, 20 to 30 goals more. You're winning the league, aren't you? So it might be the difference, man. A good striker. If we had Harry Kane in the team, we could have won it. Paul Tatnott, best bit of analysis is can do everything. Left foot, right foot, heading. What the F, as if we're idiots. Yeah, I mean, they want a Swiss Army knife. That's why I say whenever anyone asks me about, what do you think of this player? Because basically I've never heard of any player that doesn't play for Tottenham. I'll just say they're good with the feet, commanding in the air, and got a nice turn of pace. Reptile keeper. We need a left-hand right back. So, I kind of want like a versatile fullback man, one that could play left and right. Because we need cover for Porro. I mean, let's face it, Royale's gone. Ben Davies isn't good enough. Serge, Reg the Octopus. I've got a picture of Reg. I used to have a picture of Reg the Octopus here. No one knows who Reg the Octopus is anyway. No, Reg the Octopus. On the right, and then on the left. Hang on. Right hand side, Porro. There's no one else, is there? Really, there's no one else. So we need something, a guy that could do that. And on the left hand side, we got a doggy. Push comes to shove. I mean, Van der Ven was really good out there with Dragusin filling in his place. So I'd like a right back, but I'd prefer someone that could do both. But a left back or a specialist left back, I don't know if we need just that. But hey, I mean, you might be right. Daniela Stewart. I know someone that works for BBC on Songs of Praise, and the local churches together say, they do the ring around. See, it is like TikTok. They are the first TikTokers, the first to influence. They all get on the phone and club up and collaborate. Here we go. It's Welsh Gal. Borodar, Paul. Borodar, Welsh Gal. Would be very welcome if you get to travel back to the old country. Oh, yeah, I'll get round to it. Come on, you mighty Spurs. Not just come on, you Spurs. Come on, you mighty Spurs. Oh, here we go. Hey, we know who's coming up here. It's Sex Panther. Lee Richards. Only transfer news I've heard is trying to sign Eze would be difficult. Ooh. Bet it wouldn't be difficult for Man United when they sign him in a few weeks' time. Well, I don't know. I think Man United are going to struggle. I think they're going to struggle. But I thought, I could have faded. Hang on. Fade it out professionally. Did I stop it? No. Only Spurs transfer. Yeah. Hey, we'll see. I think Tottenham is a. Hey, look. I mean, maybe I'm biased, but I think Tottenham Hotspur is a more attractive proposition for a player than Manchester United. You know, they got the ownership bollocks going on. Manager who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. A leaky stadium. All the fans are pissed off. Whereas at Tottenham Hotspur, we're on the march. One telephone call to Ange, we'll get him over. And look, if that don't convince him, fuck him. He can go and do one. Hotel Cockerell, busy evening, busy bee. Yeah, all you like. Hey, say no. Everyone, look at this. He's social, eh? Thank you, Jose. Daniela Stewart, land of the Giants. That's going back something. Well, you're like, yeah, whoa. Before you insinuate that I'm 70 years old, they showed reruns on Channel 4 in the morning. And it was a fine Irwin Allen Productions. Leave John by alone. I couldn't help looking at the thing on his face when he was on TV. Derek Smith, Basuma should be playing at CDM role, but for some reason he's not doing it. Who knows why? As he started off well for Ange, then his head went elsewhere. Yeah, a couple of players' heads. Well, James Madison's head went elsewhere, but hopefully we can put the cranial fishing net out and just gather them all back in, you know? Reptile keeper. Sorry. England have never... Wow. England have never won a tournament without a Spurs player in the squad. Well, they've won one, haven't they? Who's the Tottenham player in that team? Hang on. Peters... No. I mean, later on, some of them were. Peters, Hurst, Cohen, Styles, Banks, Moore, Charlton. Cyril Knowles, wasn't it? I'm missing two players. Oh, in the squad. In the squad. Okay. All right, I'll take that. In the squad. All right. What? Fact. So I guess what you're saying is we're not going to win the Euros because there's no Spurs player. It's true. Daniela Stewart. Thunderbirds was best. Oh, it's pretty good. But I kind of like Joe 90, Stingray, Captain Scarlet, you know? Kind of good things. Oops. Daniela Stewart also says, do you remember Jack Hargreaves in the 1960s and 70s? Out of town? I don't know what you're referring to there, man. I mean, he was a sadistic bastard, wasn't he? Look at this. With this lump of rope with like 3 hoops in it, I can strangle 3 ferrets. Eltel Cockerell, controversial. Better wet my whistle before I get into this, you know. But the Perisic loan ends on the 30th of June. So technically he is at the Euros and one of our own till then. I'll take it. I like even before he joined Spurs, I thought I like him as a player. And I thought he could have had a great season for us if he didn't get injured. Much better than he did under, the way Conte wanted to play. I think because he played a couple of games for us and he looked really sharp, really good. And so, yeah, I think technically you're right, though, is he? Come on, you Spurs! Dostoje! Mi smo spremni. For Croatia. We could claim that, sure. Although they got buggered by bloody your lot. Spain 3-0. I was surprised by that, man. Derek Smith, the 60 million is how much Tony bet on himself moving to another club. I don't know if bookies would take that, would they? Oh, hang on, I'll just scroll down the chat, checking for bots. And when I've done that, I can see Martin slipped in a super chat. Thank you very much, man. God, there's a few of you that keep doing this. And, thank you very much. Thank you very much. No obligation. There's no obligation. But it's great. It's great. Paul says, Martin, don't forget the fixtures are announced. Oh, dude. Yeah, would you believe it? I forgot. You probably have to tell me again before Tuesday, man, as well. You know what? Hang on, fuck it. I've got to settle an alarm, haven't I? I'll do it now. I completely forgot, man. Okay. Can I do this? Oh, I've got to do mobile phone. Oh, there we go. Add. All right. So we're saying that they're 6 p.m. your time. So if I do it for like 5:30, this is riveting viewing, eh? Riveting listening on the podcast, available on Amazon and iTunes and Spotify. So 5:30, we'll do it for Tuesday. Alarm name, fixtures. I got no excuse, man. I got no excuse, Martin. You've done your bit. I mean, God's sake, you've even given me a super chat. Can't let you down. I might do. And by the way, Martin, I did see your comment onto on my video yesterday. Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. As usual, I don't reply to comments, but thank you. Thank you. You know, I want this to be a place for everyone, basically. You know, people are all over the world. I don't know who's watching. I want everyone to be welcome, really, you know. Mark in. Are you watching England later, 8 p.m? It's 5 a.m. here. Maybe. We'll see how we go. Johnny Betham. Guys, there's a few chats I've got to get through here. I'm going to just check. Hang on, I've just got to scroll down. Okay, there's no bots. That's good. 60 million for Tony. I think I'd rather have 20 million cheerleaders. That's how much cheerleaders are. 20 million. Far out. Okay. I reckon old Ivan is having a brilliant time betting on what his next club is. Well, it'd be, it might be even some stooge. Well said, the Reptile Keeper. Of course, it's true that England have never won a tournament without being coached. Hey. I think this is a better one. Without being coached by a former Spurs player. Alf Ramsey. Alf Ramsey, of course. Yeah, was he in the... he was in a double winning... No, was he double? Or was he 51? I could Google and cheat, but he was in one of them, wasn't he? But he did... Alf Ramsey was a Spurs guy. And Ipswich Town, I think. Very true. Welsh gal, they asked Harry Kane to say something in German, and he said 9. England had never won with a West Ham player replacing a Spurs player. Hang on. England have never won with a West Ham player replacing a... Yeah, they have. Didn't they? Jeff Hurst. Oh, fuck it. Let's just rewrite history. If there's no Tottenham connection, zilch chance. Hey, Marvin. Mark Ian fixed Tuesday. So the only game we know won't be changed is the first and last game. Yes, that's about it, because it's all up for grabs in between. Thaddeus, breaking gossip. I might have to do... That's a good one. I might have to do another screen for that. It's gossip. It's just hearsay. Thaddeus is the, I don't know, Jackie Collins of Tottenham. Spurs in advanced talks. Well, that's only one step down for in the race. For 20 million for El Nasri, Moroccan striker playing for Sevilla. Is that what Audrey's on about, do you think? You know what? If he plays for Sevilla, let me just see. I have a contact who lives in Sevilla. I don't know if he'd be on the phone. I'll ask him. Just bear with me a second. We can put this to bed right now. While the app loads. God, technology, so shit. Here we go. Just send him a message. Is Nasri any good? Let's see what happens. Derek Smith. I have YouTube Premium. Yeah, me too. So like, well, you know, so listen to it. Hotspur be on the go while using other apps to work. Yeah. I've got YouTube Premium as well because basically all I watch on TV is YouTube. Not just Spurs stuff. I watch all sort of stuff and not weird stuff. Some of it is. But a lot of people don't, man. A lot of people. I mean, I can see from my stats for a start, I can see how many people or what percentage of people have got YouTube Premium and who hasn't. So there's a lot of people out there. And I know when I didn't have YouTube Premium, it was a pain in the arse. But so I'm doing it. But also, you know, I'm not bullshitting you. I'm doing it for £1 as well, mate, you know. So definitely need a lot more goals and not to lose the ball up top because we do let a lot in. Yeah, that's been the problem, isn't it? You know, when things go awry, astray, when our passing's not on, then it lets the other team in. So, we do let a lot in. And it wasn't really our defence's fault. I think our defenders did really well. But, you know, you do it too many times and you do get caught out. Just getting in the comments. I've got to keep an eye on because I don't want to get done by this shit again. I know you got you know, there's an election in the UK and everyone's getting horny over it, but I don't care. Rob Belcher, good morning, my fellow hippies. Good morning, Rob. Especially Father's Day. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. But enough of that stuff. This stream is more important. Sorry, Dad. I've got to watch some bald twat with a beard on the internet. Enjoy the chocolates. What do you mean Amazon hasn't turned up? Didn't they leave it at your door? I told them to leave it at your door. Reptile Keeper. Oh, here we go. I think we will score more and concede less. Well, I think the two like follow in concert, man. I think they really do. You know, so I think you're right. Looking forward to seeing how it pans out. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. I think it's going to be great. Hey, here we go. Is Ian Barron, Doncaster Zone. Or, sorry, not Doncaster. Forgive me, Ian. Darlington. Even the mighty Darlow, you even say Darlington in there. Okay, well, Darlington. Well, bloody well play in the Premier League then. Huh. They've signed 2 new players. Well done, Darlow. Already come on, Darlow. Darlow till I die. Daniela Stewart, you reckon 60 million is about right for Tony? Oh, it's the wages. Oh, okay. He wants the moon on a stick. Martin Presai. No, I don't have faith in Madison. Too leggy. Often gets knocked out. Basuma's way too inconsistent. Also, Sarr is the best thing. I'd agree with that. I think Sarr's brilliant. We cannot rely on them. Want to change everything from the middle to the front. Everything. It's a disaster.
We're never going to win a trophy.
Daniel Stewart. Is a sign for 5 clubs so far, yeah. That's the bloody news, isn't it? Johnny Bethel Green. I agree with Marpin. We need a proper front for this team. Yeah, I think a centre forward. Centre forward for sure. Just a bloody person that, you know, goal hungry. Lots of communists. Just lots of commune, which is great. It's just lots of people in here. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you hit the like, says. I'm not going to give you a bollocking. I'm not going to say, fucking subscribe. Keep an eye on my subscribe account. Oh, 2 people unsubscribe because I don't give a shit. If you subscribe and like, that's cool, you know. But, you know, do what you want to do, man. Do what you want to do. But if you do, it does help me. Definitely does help me. Reptile Keeper, we don't really show players that we really want them when we constantly haggle and drag out the deals. Oh, yeah, I think there's some... I think there's... I think that's partly true. Partly true, which I'm not saying you're wrong. I think in some circumstances, yeah, that can definitely be the case. But, you know, sometimes if a team's taking a piss... you know what I mean? But for sure, if it's like, if it's, I think if it comes down to like Daniel Levy's thing, he always haggles over 2 million. Yeah. I mean, that's bullshit, isn't it? So if that's the case, you're right. Drag out the deals. If you want a player, pay the money, get him in before someone else does. Yeah. No, I think that's fair enough. Fair enough. You look like a young 70. It's Oil of Ulay. Oil of Ulay. Cheers, Paul. Apparently my theme is now into the download charts. So it just made me depressed, because I remember when the top 40 was decided by people that gave enough of a shit about music that they'd pay their money to buy a single. So, you know, money wasn't limitless. You had to pick and choose wisely. Now it's just like, fucking click it for free. So it's full of shit. Like someone releases an album and the top 10's all the songs from the album. It's shit. It's shit. Arse. But there's still good new music out there. It's just not in the charts because they're irrelevant. So I don't think Man United will struggle. This will be 3rd year of them. They're gonna arse it, man. Same manager. If they get the players he wants, they might turn out to be a good manager. Get him 2 trophies in 2 years. Hey, look, if you would rather be in Manchester United state and have an FA Cup and what, a Carabao Cup or something, for me, fuck that. No way. Yeah, Greaves was in the squad but was injured. It was Argentina, wasn't it? Jimmy Greaves led the England line ball for the first few games. Yes. I got confused because, I know, he said squad and I just thought team. All right, pedants. Internet. God, you make one cock up and they just leave on you, don't they? Did Ian Barron says Cyril Knowles, ex-Spurs and Darlow, did Cyril Knowles play for Darlington? Did he? Oh, and he was great. I've said this a few times, but when I went into Spurs fix, I'm watching Spurs games from the early 70s because there's bloody loads on YouTube. I haven't really been watching them from the 80s because I'm familiar with it. But Cyril Knowles, you talk about like an attacking fullback. Man, he was good. Brilliant. Johnny Bethel Green, love Jack Hargreaves. He's on YouTube. It's on YouTube, is it? So you can watch him torture animals or talk about horse brasses. He was all right. That was in the interesting days when ITV was all different things all over the country. So that was Southern TV. And where I lived in London, if I tuned in my TV, I could get a fuzzy picture of Southern as well as watching Thames. Very confusing times, says Paul Tacknott. Conditions apply, talking on transfer. Well, I don't know why they are. It's the 16th of June, isn't it? 16th of June. There's, City till July. It's not July, is it? We have to question whether they're, loyalties are, where their loyalties are, basically. Talking on transfers, are they ours or City's they talking about? It's a question, isn't it? They were singing the song. But besides, Ten Hag did the same at Tottenham. We wouldn't have him at Tottenham. What he did at United, we'd all be worshipping him. No, I bloody wouldn't. Have you been watching Manchester United play football? They're arse. No. Well, hey, I guess because you want a trophy, you don't give a shit how we get it. I get it. But no, not for me. Lee Richards, afraid Perisic looked really past it yesterday. Did he? Bugger. Maybe it was the right time for him to go. Yeah, it probably was. Modric was well off the pace too. He's getting on a bit. But he's still getting selected for the national team, isn't he? Really sad to see such an all-time great player struggling a bit. Sometimes it happens very quickly. It happens. Sometimes it's not a long process. I remember, and I really don't mean be any disrespectful to this guy because I had his poster up on my wall when I was a kid, Steve Perryman, and when I was watching Spurs on the TV, and then I started going to see him in the 84-85 season. It was normal Steve, and then in 85-86, it was shit. It was really quick. It was like it was in a matter of months that something changed. I don't know what happened. And then he went to Oxford United. And would have won a trophy with them if he wasn't cup tied. So it can happen really quick, Rob Belcher, with regards to England's World Cup triumph, the most important person used to be a Spurs player. Yeah. Alf Ramsley. That's right. Mark Messiah, respect Ten Hag. Why? He changes it. He blows around with the wind. He changes his style according to what players he's got. It's no bloody manager. Before the final, everyone write me off. Pundits claim you might be sacked after this game. Fans wanted him out before seeing their team play at the final. He won it. Don't give a shit. He's going to be sacked after the Euros and replaced by Gareth Southgate. Sean Hill, 1951. Okay, I thought it wasn't a double, but then I was thinking because I was thinking, was Alf Ramsey old enough to be in 51? He was. There we go. Thank you, Sean. Mark Messiah, Ten Hag proved everyone he showed what he's giving this Ten Hag hype. Guy's a tool. Another super chat. Thank you very much. Sorry, it took a while to get there. Bloody hell, what time is it? How far am I behind? It took me 8 minutes to get there. Reason, sort of. It's not refundable anyway. So, Sean Hill, 25 goal swing would be good. Score and concede, yeah, I think that's really doable, really doable. And what a difference that would make. Hey, that could be enough to challenge. It's not much. I think we're not quite in the fine margin sort of place yet, but it's visible. I think it's visible to us. So I think you're right. Yeah. We score an extra 10 goals, let 10 less in. I mean, that's probably worth, let's say, that could be worth 15 points in itself. So that would take us to 78. No, we need more than that. No, we need a bit more. We want to get up to in the 90s. But it's a good start. Woo Riders DG, happy Father's Day, everyone. That's it, man. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there. So I think this season too, we need to get a grasp of ourselves. Not expect anything spectacular. God, you've changed the tune. You want a bloody trophy and you think we're on death's door, but all right. We might be able to see what Ange is capable of, because if Ange stays, But let's see. Okay. Toxic headshot. Is there any sort of is there a headshot that like I mean does it matter if it's toxic or not? It wasn't the 22 caliber bullet that got him. It was the arsenic it was laced with. I thought Spurs were getting the business done super early. No, I think while the Euros are on, I think things are going to be a bit slow. But like it's only day 2 or something. Bloody hell, man. Ian Barron, Hotspur and everyone watching. Question, would you rather finish second and no trophy or 17th with a trophy? Second. Well, look, hang on. This is a false dichotomy, man. It's a false dichotomy. I don't like this either or stuff. I'd like second with a trophy. Now, I know it's not the answer you want, but it's the answer I'm giving. It's like, would you rather slam your cock in between 2 bricks or rub it with sandpaper? Yeah, I'd rather not do it. Martin Brescia, Kubo. Kubo. Yeah. There's a lot of murmurings about him. Anderson or Jimenez deal needs to be done. They aren't at the Euros or the Copa. All right, just. There's a lot of murmurings about Kubo, and like Kubo is a player I'm unfamiliar with because he doesn't play for Spurs. But people seem to be quite happy with Kubo as a signing. Kubo as Isaac. I mean, people seem into that. Toxic headshot. Has Ange got pulling power in the transfer market? That's a good question. I think up until being in the Premier League, definitely. I think perhaps in the Premier League, I think, yeah, maybe. But after this season, I think definitely, because I think we're going to surprise a few people this season. So, I think also the sort of footballers we want, man, we want proper footballers. We don't want people that need detailed instructions, tram lines, overcoaching, ones that want to express themselves, like artists. So I think some of those will, if they talk to Ange, they'll be talking the same sort of language. So I think yes, for the sorts of players we want, man, I think it could be. But it could be the case that maybe another year of proving himself, just to be a little bit pessimistic there. But I got that's not me saying that. I still think Ange is one of the best managers in the world. People might laugh at that, but I've seen what he can do. But I guess, another year in the Premier League might cement that with some players. But I'd like to think that the sort of players we want would get the vibe anyway. Goodies, goody, yum, yum. Yeah, there you go. Well spotted. He spotted my mama font. So you get a little sitar for that. Hey, it's the Outlaw. Van der Ven playing for Netherlands in a couple of hours. Oh, is he starting? Wow. 7:48. Nah, I'm gonna go to bed. I'd love to watch more Euros, but I have obligations at the moment. Paul Tuck, not breaking news. I've just dropped the glass of. That's where the breaking news ends. Daniela Stewart, toxic headshot. That's How long we go? Oh, we're going to be going over an hour. Oh, thank you, everyone. Because I came with nothing. No speculation, no knowledge of anything, total ignorance. But you've helped me fill in the gaps. Thank you very much, folks. Mark Brescia, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think you're answering that one. Do you think we'll sign Eze? I don't know. I don't know, man. Be nice, maybe. Oh, Cyril Knowles, says Ian Barron, managed the mighty Darlow in the mid to late 80s. How about that? Before Brian Little took over back in the day. I'm sure. I hope he did a good job for you. Reptile Keeper. I'd be happy with top 4. Top 4. And a good cup run this season. Would want to see us win something in Ange's 3rd season. Yeah, I mean, I always want to win something now. So top 4. I want to win the Premier League. I want to compete and win the Premier League. And sometimes when you get up that, maybe you end up 2nd, 3rd or 4th. So, top 4 isn't a thing for me. But Ange's 3rd season, yeah, well, let's see how much we improve this season. Like what do we get? We got 63 points this season. Say if next season we got 78. I mean, that's pretty good. And the fans are happy with what they're seeing and the style of football looks good. Then I think you might be right, the 3rd season. But I'm a bit more optimistic than that. Well, it depends on the summer, though. It depends on the summer. Anthony Lynch wants Ivan Toney, tic-tac-Tony, but only 40 mil. Oh, it's a bit of a knockdown. Bit of a knockdown. Paul Tucknott, classic transfer news. Can't be beaten by conditions apply, hyping up empty cabinets. I mean, look, it was amusing, wasn't it? People can name players that exist to me and I still wouldn't have heard of them. And I don't try and look clever by pretending I do because I'm a dumbass. So, I don't care about that. Right, precise. I'm orange till July. Netherlands, eh? Yeah, okay. I used to support England for Harry Kane, but he doesn't play for us anymore, so I'll support one of our boys. Yeah, why not? Well, yeah, okay. I get it. Daniela Stewart, Euros have been really good. So I'll rub it in, Daniela. I watched any. Anthony Lynch, any update with regards to Ange's assistant? No, I haven't seen anything, man. Look, look, I know I haven't been following it too closely, but the 2 names that I am piqued by, John Kennedy, his guy at Celtic, and the other one I saw mentioned once, but I've never heard it again, Robbie Keane. I think Robbie Keane, brilliant. Robbie Keane, because he's a winner, he's focused, he doesn't take any low standards. And John Kennedy, because he understands Ange's way and they both had success together at Celtic. Who I wouldn't want, I don't want Ryan Mason. But, other than that, there might be names that come forward that I don't really know much about. But for me, John Kennedy and Robbie Keane. Toxic Headshot. I believe we will sign Eze. All right, here we go. Bit of good news from Toxic Headshot. That's all right. Oh, but here we go. But I see that as a club signing. Really? You see it as a club signing? After that, I'll see what happens in regard to a striker. Oh. Interesting. A club. Well, we're still doing that shit. Well, here's the thing. Ange said he's got final say. So whatever we sign, it's an Ange signing. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy that he's taking responsibility. I think that's really cool. And also with that, I also accept that sometimes you get signings wrong. No one has a perfect track record. So if we sign Eze, I think it would be an Ange signing. Now, Bushman, Stamer! Where is he? Hang on. Bonista! But I'm streaming. As I've said before, Millet probably wouldn't say that. He's over the other side of the squiggly line, but it's kind of all right, isn't it? Reptile Keeper, I want to win the league, but we'd be happy with top 4. Oh, man, you're easily pleased. I just want us to play well, get up as high as we can. Nice one, Cyril. Nice one, son. Nice one, Cyril. Let's have another one. Oh, 60 points. 66 was it? Oh, do forgive me. So, what were you saying? What was your swing? Shit. Yeah, it was 24. Oh, okay. Oh, bloody hell, man. Whoa, 24 point. Okay, but I think you said 15. Was it? Oh, look, let's say it's 15 point. No, hang on. Let me get my shit together here. What did you say? Just trying to... Sean Hurl, 25 goal swing. You did say a 25 goal swing. Oh, well, 25 plus 66. Oh, sorry, man. I can't add up. 90 barrier. Oh, well, I mean, you're really in the realms of being in the mix then. Yeah, okay, cool. It's not that much, is it? Hey, Faz Radval 3 on Spurs. Big up, all. Happy Father's Day. Thanks, son, I think. Daughter? I think you're... I don't know. Thank you, child of mine. Right, Preside, no Ryan Mason, please. Yeah, wish Mason gets kicked out. Look, I think, if we hire someone that's not Ryan Mason, I mean, shit, surely he's going to get the message, isn't he? Surely. Jedinak. Tom Jackson, the Jedinak out mob. Is there a Jedinak out mob? Is there? Dosti, Budala. Jebemti. Polemikrat Pichka. That's what Millet would say to that. He's not having any of that shit. I wasn't aware of this. God. What? Oh, no, I'm not going to even ask why, because it's going to be bollocks. Paul Tucknott. Every signing is a club signing as club pays, not managers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. On a technicality. But the manager, it's the manager's team, isn't it? Manager's team. Manager has to call the shots on it. That's the only hope you've got. I mean, you've got bleeding Brighton. Who are run by a computer, and there's a lot of computer models. It's basically what happens with every predictive computer model. And I know what I'm talking about here. Just trust me on this one. Thousands of people will try using a computer model to predict something, whether it's the stock market or football or whatever. Out of those 1,000, a couple will look like they work, but they don't last forever. They break down. So I think Brighton are on the way out. So you need a human brain to judge what is required in his team. Daniel Stewart. General question, Paul. Do fans expect too much from football in their clubs? Oh, I don't know, man. No, I don't think so. I don't know. People, I don't want to judge people. Everyone follows a football team for different reasons. So I think the only thing is just don't be just down on the club and negative all the time. Because if you're that down and pissed off about it, what are you doing? I support Spurs because it gives me a bit of joy and happiness in my life most of the time. It's fun. And so if you're only going to get sort of pleasure or satisfaction over winning a cup, and don't get me wrong, winning stuff is brilliant. I love it. But if that's all that will make you happy, what are you doing? Do something else. I don't know. I think generally no, though. I don't know. Spurs GCTV has been a member for some while, apparently. I don't know how long. But thank you, man. Been there for a while. G'day, Paul. Hope all is well. And of course, coming you Spurs. And not one, not two, but 3 thumbs up. Thank you very much, Spurs GCTV. Toxic headshot, 22 caliber bullet laced with arsenic says, Eze has been a target for Tottenham for years. Just like Maddison. Ange will get pissed off soon being a mouthpiece to the club. Ange is not in no way on earth just a mouthpiece or a yes man. It's just, if he doesn't think that he's getting what he wants, and look, there's always compromise and shit, but he's not going to bullshit. He's not going to compromise his principles. If they fuck him about, he's going to go. He's going to go. He's not a yes man. I've seen this around the chaps. And, people, absolute bullshit. People just have not got a fucking clue what they're talking about when they're talking about Ange Postecoglou. Well, All I can say is I've seen him in action. I've seen what he says. I've seen what he does since fucking the year 2000. So maybe I'm biased. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But I think my opinion has maybe got a bit more weight than some fucking twat that never wanted him at the club, that's been white-anting him from the start and has only heard of him fucking a year ago. So there you go. I'm not saying that's you, Toxic Headshot, by the way, but but you're right. No, Ange will get pissed off, and if that's the case, if it's just him being a mouth, yeah, he'll go, man. He'll go. Absolutely. Derek Smith, turning 8 losses into wins is a big ask. It is a big ask, but some of the losses we could have won. You know, it's not impossible. And I'm cool Robbie Keane, man. Robbie Keane, go on, get him in. Get him in. Tom Jackson, would you want some of the under-21s to get game time in Europa? If they're ready. That's all I can say. Like, you know, there's players that I think are sticking their heads up. Whether they're sticking their heads up enough, I don't know. I know some of, our youth players are doing well in their tournaments, but does that mean that they can cut it at the Premier League? You know, the coaching staff at Spurs will make that decision. I mean, I'd love to see it. You know, I'm so glad that Mikey Moore got some minutes. Dorrington seems to be not in the mix. It seems to be really Donnelly and Mikey Moore that the names that are coming up. You know, I mean, the Irish Hotspur, David Harris, he's all over that shit, man. He's the guy that can answer that question. Daniela Stewart, Brighton, the next Leicester, relegated within 5 seasons. Yeah, could be sooner. Wherever they finish this season, it'll be lower next season. Yeah, I think so. Maverick Magnet, hello, man. Hi, Paul. The only signing I want is the Spurs sign on the court. That's it. Brilliant, eh? That's what we want. Derek Smith, 85% of football clubs never win anything. It's bloody more than that, man. They have law supporters who support just because they love the club. Yeah. I mean, I would have thought it's more than that, but I suppose, 85% of clubs have one sort of vase or trophy, or, every dog has its day, doesn't they? And you're right, you can only be such, if you're relying on that to support a club, I don't know. That's not me anyway. It's not me. I mean, okay, we're all moaning we haven't won a trophy. Well, what about, I don't know, Barnet? Some team like that, they're never going to win the bloody Premier League or FA Cup or anything like that. Okay, they have less fans. They seem to have fun, though. Yeah, I think exactly. He would walk. He would walk, man. Edward White was the closet Manchester City supporters are upset because he called them out. Yeah, I know. Disbelief. How the fuck can you want your club to ever lose a game of football with barking mad? Mark Messiah, fans goes or walks, then the boards or director will be exposed to their recklessness and the fans might turn against them. Well, some people have been trying to turn people against them, but no one wants to follow them for some reason, do they? There's no place in defending them again for another project. If Ange, if it comes to that, I'd be really pissed off. But unfortunately, because when I was like 4 years old, I picked Tottenham Hotspur as the team I support, and the team or the club is always more than the owners. It's more than the players. It's more than the manager. It's more than the fans. It's an idea. And it's an idea I can never let go. So as pissed off as I might be, still going to be Spurs fan, aren't I? Can't help it. Mark Messiah. In my again, I saw Donnelly was balling in the Premier League. I'm seeing lots of players. Sean Hill. Oh, okay. Dorrington had an operation. That's why. Okay, gotcha. Hence plans less developed for this season. Okay. Guy, oh man, guys, a young kid to have an operation. That's a shame for him, isn't it? Shame. Daniela Stewart. I think playing in Europe is going to be a factor for clubs like Spurs. 50 plus games this season coming. I think it's going to be good for us. I think it's going to be really good for us. Footballers like playing football, not fucking about with traffic cones and bean bags and God knows what. I think it's going to be good for us. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be difficult. I think that's what makes it better. And I think, hopefully we'll rise to the occasion. And you know what? Oh, man, you lot have been absolutely fabulous tonight. Thank you very much. I'm going to roll up stumps here. I was a bit worried about this stream tonight after what happened this morning, but hey, you've all been super cool. Thank you very much. Just in case you missed it, I had a couple of bots in from, political. I don't care about the election in the UK. I don't want bots in here or people talking about all that shit. I don't give a fuck. And it just makes it easy when it don't happen. It was all super cool here tonight. So yeah, man, thanks for chatting, everyone. Thanks for chatting, everyone. Now let's thank a few people here. I think I've got a couple of people to chat to thank, which is nice. Martin, Sean Hurl, thank you very much for your super chats, dudes. And thank you for Spurs GCTV. It says member for 3 months. I'm sure it's longer than that. I'll say 6 months, bugger it. If you've been listening, if you've commented, thank you so much for keeping this going. It's been a lot of fun. I've had a ball. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you liked it, and you want to click the thumbs up and subscribe, that's all cool. And if you've been listening on podcast, thanks very much for that as well. That's really cool of you. And, if you want to give it a review or share it around, that's cool. But yeah, I get it. All that stuff is a pain in the arse. So, if you're watching this afterwards, thank you very much. I hope if you're listening to it on podcast or watching it, I hope it's just, been a pleasant distraction, a bit of entertainment. That's all we're after here. Not after the moon on a stick. I'm not going to fix all the problems at Tottenham. None of us are. Just here and have a bit of shits and giggles and an amazing lack of baseless speculation in the chat as well. We've got through it. Thank you very much, folks. Anyway, till next time. I'll just say peace and love. Peace and love, man. And always 100% of the game since 1976, I will say, come on, you Spurs! Engage.